After and during, quite frankly, Hunter Biden's completely uncontroversial testimony behind closed doors yesterday, Republicans were not super eager to do media and press, but some of them did. And one such example is Republican Congressman Tim Burchett, who appeared on CNN and was interviewed by Boris Sanchez. Boris Sanchez is very good at this, and he doesn't let Burchett get away with the vague claims. What they love to do is say, we have bank records, money moved between accounts, but none of that. Phone records, text messages. Just because you have text messages doesn't mean that there's any wrongdoing, and certainly none that connects to Joe Biden. So take a look at how terribly this goes for Burchett as the entire Biden crimes conspiracy crumbles.
So I'll go back to my question. How much money specifically are you alleging that Vice President Joe Biden made off of his son's business dealings when he was in the White House?
I don't know, but if it's $1, he's lied about it. And you got to ask, what was the influence there? What is the brand? The brand is the Biden family. The brand is, they're not selling a service. They're not selling a product. He has no qualifications for this. The only reason he was there because he was Joe Biden's son or he was Joe Biden's brother.
And remember, so far, he's not even alleging criminality. Like none of what he's mentioned is even a crime.
And that money flowed through. I mean, the money, you followed it, and it flowed even to minor children in the family. Now, what qualifications do they have? No, come on. I know you're CNN, but the reality is,
sir,
you can't look at this money. You cannot look at this.
Let's make this about the facts, sir.
No,
Let's make this about the facts.
Well, this is the facts. You cannot make this.
You're again making an assertion.
You keep saying the money down. You keep saying the money, then you say, well, only $5 million. Well, does that make it okay then? But $20 million.
Sir, there's a huge distinction. Pardon me, sir. There's a huge distinction. There's a huge distinction between whether it's appropriate for the family of a president to make money off of his name and whether that's ethical. But the question is specifically about what Joe Biden did when he was in office in vice president, whether he abused his power or whether he enriched his family members. And right now,
all claims which Republicans are making.
There is zero evidence coming from the Oversight Committee that when he was vice president, he did either of those things.
There's $20 million that flowed through. You saw these accounts.
That's
open
incorrect,
up
sir. The bank records don't reflect that.
No, sir.
They don't specifically say. I looked at the bank records. They don't say that Joe Biden got any money from them. Have you read the bank records? Because they don't list Joe Biden's name. I'm not going to let you. I'm not going to let you say things that are untrue, sir.
So, sir, the truth is that $20 million flowed through this family, whichever way it went. There's no records of taxes being paid. Statutes have run, and you're saying that is okay. That is a talking point that you've repeated.
Yeah, everything Burchett is saying is conjecture and not evidence of a crime. If they want to back up and say, hey, our new allegation is we don't think rich people always pay their fair share. I would love for them to make that the calling card, right? But that's not what it is. And here's a little bit more. This went on for a couple minutes, and it does not go well for this guy.
There's $20 million that flowed through. You saw these accounts.
Oh, and we saw a little bit. Let me move forward so we get to the next part.
That $15 billion of that money never even went to the Biden family. The other $5 million, there is exactly zero indication
where did that $15 million go
Biden.
to? Where did that money go to then?
To Devin Archer and other business associates related to President Biden. There's over 20 shell corporations. Why would you set up a shell corporation that had absolutely nothing? There's actually evidence from the Oversight Committee that those corporations had legitimate business dealings. You may define them as shell corporations the way that you see it.
Then what are they?
It's very funny because it's Republicans who often say when others talk about a shell corporation has a pejorative connotation for sure. And when it is Republicans being criticized for shell corporations and shell organizations through which money is routed for conservative causes or whatever, they go, that's ad hominem, that's pejorative, everything has been operating within the law. There's all sorts of reasons people set up LLCs. Now, all of a sudden, they are using the term shell corporation. Now, whether anything inappropriate is being done with a particular corporation should be evaluated on a case-by-case basis, but you have to zoom out here. It's been years, and they have no proof of anything. They wanted Hunter to testify. If that provided any smoking gun, we would know it. But instead, all they have is, we think that there were some inconsistencies between what Hunter and other witnesses have said. Wow, that's the smoking gun, and it is pathetic. I've had such trouble finding a great razor where I am not cutting myself or getting those nicks on my skin, which are so common with the cheap disposable razors. You have to meet our sponsor, Henson Shaving. Henson actually manufactures parts for the International Space Station and the Mars rover, and they are bringing that exact same precision engineering to the shaving experience. It hurts when you shave because blades extend too far and thus they wobble slightly. But with their aerospace grade CNC machines, Henson is able to make metal razors that extend just 0.0013 inches. That's less than the thickness of a human hair, which means a secure, stable blade with a vibration-free shave. It also has built-in channels to evacuate the hair and the cream. No more clogs, no more rubbing your thumb on the razor to get the hair out. I use Henson at home. Shaving is a great experience now. Henson wants to be the best razor, not the best razor business, which means you only need to buy it once and it's awesome. Go to hensonshaving.com/Pacman, add a razor and a 100-pack of blades to your cart, then enter the code Pacman to get the 100 blades for free. That is a 3-year supply. The link is down below.